What's going on, Cowboy Faithful? It's your boy DMV. We got to start. It's tonight, man. You guys already know what it is. We're live on Facebook, we're live on Twitter, uh, and we are live on YouTube as you guys are tuning in. So, we're going to allow people to get in here. We got a jam packed show for you guys today. I got a special guest coming on here, somebody, that I built a relationship with over the years, and we're going to talk about some of the coaching that I've been doing over the last few years, and some of the things that we're putting in place. Of course, a lot of you guys come on here. We talk Cowboys football, so there's a lot of dramatics that's been happening throughout the week. And there's also a whole bunch of news that's been going on. So I'll kind of dive into that to begin before my special guest gets on. I think the biggest story this week has been that Carson Wentz got traded to Washington. Being that that's a big story for us Cowboy fans, because that's who we're going to see twice a year. We're used to seeing Carson Wentz twice a year anyway, so bringing him back is a big story, I guess. It's not something that I'm really afraid of. I'm not afraid of Carson Wentz. I mean, I don't think that he really elevates Washington to being a better team. But for some odd reason, they made the move, they got aggressive. And I can't fault them for being that aggressive. And again, I'm not a Washington fan, but this still wouldn't stop me from getting a quarterback, even though they went out and got Carson Wentz. This would probably be I guess a stopgap for me if I'm them, but I'm not them, and I'm just gonna laugh at them because the funny thing about Washington fans, and y'all probably gonna watch this and y'all probably gonna trash the comments, and I don't give a damn. Because y'all trashed Carson Wentz for years. Y'all talked about how broken and brittle this dude was. Trust me, I know, because I joined y'all in the fight against Carson Wentz. That's how I know y'all was talking trash. And now all of a sudden he's back and he's your quarterback. And now all of a sudden he's the best quarterback in the division and this and that. And Carson, nah, bro. Don't make me bring up the receipts. Y'all was trashing that man, bro. Y'all was trashing him. And again, I'm not going to sit here and say that, my quarterback is a world beater. I do think he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league. I do think he's top 10. But I know one thing. I know if y'all try and revive that damn Carson Wentz versus Dak argument again, and y'all do that in Washington, you're going to look real foolish doing so. So I suggest you keep that in the holster. But we'll talk about some other trades that happened. Russell Wilson got traded to Denver. Actually, that's probably the biggest story. Denver, they felt that they were a quarterback away. They gave up a lot for him. And so Denver landing Russell Wilson, that I'm not going to say that makes them a contender, but I do think that makes them a better football team. The reason that I wouldn't put them in the contender category yet is that they're still in a really tough division. The Chargers just made a move. They went out and got Khalil Mack. The Chargers were on they're on the rise. The Raiders are still a pretty good football team. And, the Chiefs, obviously, they're the class of that division. So I still don't believe that Russell Wilson really got them above where the Chiefs are. But they might have become even with the Chargers and the Raiders possibly. That's a hell of a quarterback division. You got Derek Carr, Russell Wilson, Herbert, and Mahomes. So, that's probably, as far as quarterbacks go, that's probably your deepest division as it stands right now. So, you got that news. You got Bobby Wagner being released by Seattle, which is huge news for us Cowboy fans because that's somebody that we do want to land. I doubt that it happens based on how Stephen Jones has been moving and how we've been moving funny. I really doubt that happens, but you never know, man. I mean, I'm not going to throw the towel in on that yet, but if it doesn't happen, I would expect that, I would expect it because, the same thing happened with KJ Wright last year somewhat. And, we said he was out of our price range. The one thing that I will say that's been a little bit weird to me is how we've handled rumors this offseason. And maybe it has a lot to do with, our PR team being in, pretty much in shackles, or not in shackles, but I mean, just really being in disarray. But I mean, just the news coming out, Jerry Jones having a love child, pretty much as old as how long we haven't been to the Super Bowl. Um, what else has there been? We're trying to get rid of Amari, but now we're not trying to get rid of Amari. What's going on, Gina Thorne? What else? D Law, he's here to stay, but we don't really want to pay him. We tried to offer him a pay cut last week, but he didn't want it. But he's still staying here. I mean, it's just been really weird, man. And it's actually funny because I thought Washington, like when I said it, I was like, man, it's actually funny. Last week I was like, Washington won the offseason because they're not doing anything right now. And it's actually funny because Steffi Smalls, who's a Giant fan, some of you guys know who Steffi is. I joked with her and told her, like, man, the Giants are winning the offseason because y'all ain't doing nothing right now. She's like, we're poor. I'm like, she said, we're broke. I'm like, but still, y'all are winning because y'all aren't doing anything dumb. Like, y'all just sitting back, y'all letting us and Washington compete over who's having the worst offseason. It seems like Dallas and Washington are trying to outdo each other right now. And it's actually kind of comical at this point. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. The offseason, it's pretty much, hectic. A lot of GMs out there lying and stuff like that. And it's actually funny because, we had an opportunity. Somebody yesterday, for those who follow me on social media, you guys know that we met somebody who's on ESPN quite a bit, man. Marcus Spears was on there, and it was just in the football office. I kind of got a new coaching assignment I'm working on right now, and I have the head coach of that program. He's actually in the studio waiting on me to click over right now. But, before I do that, I mean, we talked to Marcus Spears, and he kind of just kicked it with us yesterday. He kind of just kicked it with us, and it was real cool. But I got my guy, Coach P. I'm going to click him in right now. What's going on, Coach P? How you doing, man, on this Friday night?
Oh, you already know, man. I'm living the dream. Want to give big shout out to you for giving me the amazing opportunity to be on the show with somebody illustrious like yourself. You know, really appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely, man. So, everybody, this is Coach Kirk Peterson. We call him Coach P. He's the head coach over at Flint. You gotta call it. What do we call it? This Flint School, right?
Yeah. Flint Hill
Flint
School.
Hill
Flint Hill
School.
School. Yes, sir.
Yeah, exactly, man. We're out in Virginia, and we're doing some things. And I appreciate you, not only for coming in here, but really trusting me and bringing me on the staff and everything, man. So tell the people a little bit about yourself, man. What's the vision for the program?
Absolutely, man. I'm a long time journeyman coach. This is my first opportunity to be a head coach, and the first task at hand being a head coach is surround yourself with people that do something better than yourself, and that's why I'm looking at you right here. You bring a wealth of knowledge, youthful drive, passion, love, a skill set that's unrivaled. So it's my pleasure to have you in process of being a part of what we're putting together for this second year, the 22-23 season.
Yeah, definitely. And it's actually funny. So, like, I got to tell y'all how small of a world this is, right? So, when I was playing at Howard University, I was about maybe 20, 21 years old. And so I'm out there and I'm working with this little 8-year-old. And the little 8-year-old working real hard, man. And, his dad is cheering him on. He over there, like, dad being real hard on the little boy. And I'm over there, trying to encourage him because pops is on him right now. He over there dying. But it turns out that father over there was Coach P, and that was Junior out there working. And so like I really love the work ethic, and I love how he had him out there working with us older guys, and that was something that stuck with me because I have my son out there now like that. And fast forward, I remember you coached at Wakefield right when Coach Powell's staff. I think you
Yes.
were a freshman. And I had just came on. I was interning with and then I ended up being on staff. And then I think you went to Freedom a couple years later, and I was with Hogwood, and you guys
Yeah.
were over there.
Yeah.
And then we crossed paths again. And come to find out, you Mark Holmes' cousin.
All roads lead in, man. They say if you write down 6 people on a piece of paper, and I write down 6 people, we're gonna be connected 10 times over. And I truly believe that.
Definitely. Here's Mark in the comment section right here. You know what I'm saying? So I just got off of his show not too long ago, and so it's actually pretty funny. So I had a conversation with Mark, and I was deciding. I was trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. He was just like, "Yeah, you need to go ahead and do that." And we were talking about just making everything full circle, and it just made a lot of sense. We might be seeing Mark a lot more at games and at some of the stuff we're doing, so it should be pretty cool.
Absolutely, absolutely. He brings a large following, and he himself is a master at what he does. So if anything we can get old Cuzzo out there with, we want him. Come on. He's got an open invite, VIP invitation to anything unrivaled, anything Flint. He's on board.
Yeah, definitely. He said you need some more light over there, man. I mean, look. Hey, tell him to give you some of that super chat money so you can get you some light, man. Shoot.
There you go. Look, all they gotta do is get me on the show one time and help me get some sponsors for Unrival. We try and do a lot of things for the youth. So listen, we get a spot on there with him. I'm sure some people will shake them purses, and then we can get some lights, man. I'm old. I don't want to show the gray hair, so I got it dim, man. Where I'm from, I'm keeping it sexy over here. Just me, just keeping it sexy with dim lights.
Yeah, definitely. So one thing we talked about on Mark's channel, and I gave them a sneak peek. Some of the people was having Marcus Spears in the office yesterday, man. So how did that come about, man? Because I know you texted it, and I looked at it and I was just like, nah, I ain't talking about that Marcus Spears. Next thing I know, I just come in for the weight room workout, just to be there for the boys, and I'm like, where are all the coaches at? Oh yeah, the coach is in the office. I go upstairs. Marcus Spears in the office and slides, just chilling.
Yeah, he in there doing what he does. When you have somebody like Marcus Spears, who was a top recruit coming out of high school, who went to LSU, played for Nick Saban, got a natty, maybe more than one, and then went on to play for Bill Parcells at the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, you're talking about a illustrious career. Don't get no better than that. And him up there, free will, just taking his time to pour in to the Flint Hill coaching staff was amazing, because what he was given, you can't buy that. He stood up there on that board. He chalked it up out of love, with passion, and explained things in great detail. And I don't think there was a coach in the room who walked away not more enlightened than when they walked in that room.
Yeah, definitely. What was one thing that you took out of that meeting with him yesterday that you share with everybody here that
Just his passion. That there's nothing that can't be overcome. We talked about the difficulties that we face with the different personnel, and he had a path to fix everything that we threw at him. He was able to fix. There was never a down moment. It's football, it's passion, it's love, and as he stated, it first starts with trust and support. That's the biggest thing I could take away. Hearing it from someone who, again, SEC school, Power 5, going to be drafted. Listen to the stories he told about going up against Jonathan Ogden, a man who's 6'10", 385 pounds, and him flipping it back to high school, that football is just a recirculation of things that have been done. Nobody's creating anything anymore. You're just piggybacking on it. Made me immediately think of, if you're not stealing as a coach, you're not coaching. And that's what he sat up there and poured in details from Coach Saban, Coach Bill Parcells, Champ Musgrave, all those amazing coaches. He had it right here. He didn't have any notes. He was just shooting from the heart, the gut, and the head, and trust and support. And that immediately made me look around the room at the type of people that I specifically targeted to bring in, like yourself, people that are self-motivated. You don't need a babysitter. You're already a natural-born leader. I don't have to walk around and I'm the head coach, I'm this, I'm that. No. You guys do what it is you need to do. In this short period of time, the amount of people that are there, just the other night, we got 11 coaches and 12 kids in the weight room because they're doing other sports, basketball, baseball, lacrosse, track. Coaches are still there, locked in and engaged. And that immediately just took me right to what he was talking about. Trust, and support. And that's what I look at this current staff, 22, 23. Is there a lot of trust already and a lot of support, and the sky's the limit.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And then I know that he said he was gonna come out a couple of he said he was gonna come out a couple of times to kind of help us and stuff like that. So for the people out there, man, if you guys are close to the DMV area, we gonna be building something pretty special over there at Flint. So make sure you guys, get a copy of our schedule and try and come out there and support us a little bit, because you know, what I'm saying, we're gonna take everything by storm. I truly believe that. We have the coaching staff in place. We have the people that want to help. My cousin Charlie said he'd come out and help us too. You know what I
Oh, we
mean?
definitely got to get that. We got to make that happen. We got to get Chuck out there. That's a
Yes.
must.
Yeah. So one thing you said a couple of weeks ago that stood out to me, and I'm actually starting to see it come to fruition, is you said you wanted it to be the IMG of the area. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now you got Marcus Spears coming in the office, and he said he got a couple of other ex NFL players, that are notable. I'm not gonna say their names because I'm not gonna ruin it or I'm not gonna mess it up. But he
Right.
said he has some other guys that'll come in and help us, and I got my cousin who's an ex NFL player, ex Pro Bowler, who said he'd come in and help us. I mean, what was it that made you like say I want this to be the IMG of the DMV area?
Just, I mean, you take the DMV area, and there is a cesspool of talent. A lot of it gets notarized, gets noticed, but a lot does not. And I don't just mean players. I mean managers. I mean trainers. I mean coaches. We have some of the top coaches, bar none, right here in the DMV. I mean, having the platform to be able to bring in kids now at private, the same thing that we do as coaches, as far as helping kids get from high school to college. Now we can help them get to high school and make that the next 4, 3, or 2 years that they're going to be with us at Flint really help change the trajectory of the next 20 to 40 years of their life, starting with where they're going to leave us and go to college. And not just get to college, but get through college. Because too many times kids get to college and they fluster out after a semester or a year. And that shouldn't be the way. That's not right. When you have a coaching staff, 10 guys, 8 guys, or like us, 14 guys, maybe 15, when you add Marcus, because he counts as about 3, so that's going to bump it up to 18 coaches. Um, we have to make sure we do a better job of securing the bag for our kids. And to the kids, securing the bag means they're blessed to receive an offer. Securing the bag to us coaches means we got our kids to school and got them through school to their master's or their doctorate, or gone on from college to not just a job but a career where they can come back and be spokesmen to the next generation of kids and help change their trajectory of what they want to get out of the high school, thus college, professional career that they have before them.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing that I said it on my Facebook earlier, and I was going to bring to you. We've seen that the landscape, not just in the DMV area, because Maryland has been, a lot of places have gone to Maryland and to DC to really go get kids.
Mm-hmm.
But Northern Virginia has become a hotbed. Can you talk about how Northern Virginia, how it's kind of switched? Is that something that you kind of wanted to put your footprint on, or was it happening before you really started?
I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, it's just the proverbial, and I tell the kids and parents and people who ask, well, what is it that you do? How does this happen? It's not me. It's what's taking place within that young man, their support system, mom and dad. I say it all the time. I tweet it all the time. The apple does not fall far from the tree. So what happens with players that I help kind of get a little push? They're already the tree that's falling. Nobody just heard the noise. So if I can just be the microphone, that's it. That's it. Just getting that kid what he's already done, helping him clean up by surrounding him with great mentors first. Being a good coach is not enough anymore. You got to be a good man. You got to be able to model what you mandate. I mean, sometimes you have to deny yourself things so your players can see you deny yourself things, and then they can follow suit and do the same thing. It's just like introducing a new play, a new scheme. You first, it's going to be the coaches do it, then it's going to be the coach and the player do it, and it's going to be the player do it by itself. And anytime he falls below that threshold, it's going to be we do, then you do, and if we have to go all the way back to I do first as a coach, I'm gonna do it, we're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. that's recruiting right there. And in Northern Virginia, there's so many great schools with great coaches and players that definitely can play at the next level. Next level meaning all, whether it's D3, NAIA, D2, FCS, Group 5, Power 5. We have those kids right here. You don't have to leave and go to IMG. No knock to IMG. They have a wonderful, wonderful program. But I believe what's going on with the administration at Flint Hill and the community of Flint Hill, there's no reason for you to leave the DMV and go to Florida and play for any school unless you just want to be by the beach. We don't have a beach. Other than that, we have everything else you need to have an exceptional high school career academically and athletically and get you to the next level.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So let's talk about what we got going on tomorrow, man, because we're gonna be hitting the road. We're gonna be, So what's the event, man? Can you talk to people about what the event is and how huge it is?
Absolutely, absolutely. What Unrival's doing, we actually have a branch in southwestern Virginia, Unrival 540 at Roanoke College. Roanoke College is hosting us, allowing us to have an invite only, free camp and combine. It's from 10 to 3. It's invite only. We have a powerhouse stack of coaches that are going to be there. A lot of them with college experience, professional experience. We also have a Zybex combine. Unrivaled is a SAT testing center for Zybex, and the owner and founder and CEO Mike Wanstock's going to be there as well. Testing kids. He's going to have 2 lanes of the Laser 40, fully automated, no human error involved. And we're going to get the kids through there, and they're going to get their break 40, which means they're going to get their 10 split, their 20 split, and their 40 split time, all laser. They're going to get a wonderful 2-page printout from Zybex, not from us at Unrivaled that tamper with anything. Those are going to be transparent numbers. They're going to do the 5-10-5, the 3-cone drill, broad jump, vertical. They're going to get their height, their weight, their wingspan, their hand size, pretty much everything that you just saw at the NFL Combine. That's what they're going to do. And for those that don't know, Zybex Sports is who does the NFL Combine. When you look at those young men putting their hand down, you look to the right and the left, and you see that red box that says Zybex Sports. That's who's going to be at our camp on Sunday. That is free, no charge to any participant. They don't pay a dime.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, so those are some of the things that we're working on. Me and you, we talked about possibly a month from now, of actually having the first installment of me doing a running back camp, just running backs. We call it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like a lot of people, a couple people kind of stole it already, or tried to steal what I'm doing. But we talking about doing the running back U segment, getting the guys out there, man. So
Yeah.
definitely got to let everybody know when that happens. We still got to talk a little bit about it, but what I'm saying, like we're going to do it. It's going to happen.
Absolutely.
So if anybody in the DMV area, you got a kid, we haven't figured out an age range yet. That's one thing too. But if you got a kid in the area that's a running back or wants to learn how to play running back, man, look, we're gonna get them ready. So be ready for that info. I'll put it out, and we're gonna have nice little shirts and everything, man. Thoughts on that? Oh, hello.
I think that's definitely something. Your passion is going to come through. It's going to give opportunity for you to have the front stage and put your passion out there for that running back position, which is still a premium at all levels. Whether it's youth, high school, college, that running back position is a very important position, and you're going to translate that very, very well once we lock down the location and, like you said, the age group, and hopefully we can get your cousin out there, and get his Coach Gardner on, and make this first annual running back extravaganza happen. And actually, I ain't even gonna say annual, because I really believe that after we get the first one out there, there's going to be a need. It's a long summer. It's going to be a need to do I would say at least 2 of them, and we can depending on the numbers we want to target, we'll get Mike back out there again and do the 40. Eldra, all that stuff, so they can actually see, and then maybe come back in a month or 2 months and redo that combine and see, did their numbers improve.
Yeah, definitely. Then other people could probably jump in and do their own respective positions, and then next thing you know, we on the road, man. We in Florida, we in Texas, we what I'm saying, we all over the place. That's the goal, man. That's definitely the goal, man. But yeah, I appreciate you for dropping by, man. Is there any nuggets that you want to drop before what I'm saying, you head off the show or anything like that, man?
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. I was just like, yeah, man, I appreciate you for dropping by, man. Is there any nuggets that you want to drop by to the people before you go? Oh, I think you headed on out, man. What's going on, everybody? So that was Coach Kirk Peterson. Um, here he is. He's
There
back.
we
He's
go.
back. There we go.
I'm
All
good.
right.
I'm good.
Yeah, yeah. I was just saying, like, is there anything in particular that you want to tell the people before you head on out, man?
Now, I mean, one, just keep supporting this venue right here. This is something that needs to be on everybody's calendar. Anytime this is going on, I just ask the listener to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, because at the end of the day, we got to support each other, especially when it's something positive that's beneficial to everybody who puts eyes and ears on the show. And to piggyback what you said, stay tuned for the running back camp. We'll come up with the nice jazzy name for it, but you're going to want to be there and follow Flint and follow Unrivaled. We're here to help and serve everybody through servant leadership.
Yeah, definitely. If you guys see the hashtag Be Unrivaled or anything like that, or me coaching at a camp, it's this man's doing right here, man. This is the face behind all of the unrivaled and really a lot of the Flint Hill stuff that we got going on. So appreciate you, Coach P.
Yes,
We,
sir.
we'll be in touch. Obviously, I'll see you tomorrow, man. We got to hit
Absolutely.
that road. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we got 2 days to chalk it up. We're gonna have a matter of fact, by the time we get back from this camp, we'll have all the logistics laid out for the running back camp.
yeah, got you. Hey, and everybody who didn't know, this is Mark Holmes' first cousin right here. That
First,
I already knew him before I knew Mark, so it was actually crazy.
absolutely.
Yeah. So appreciate you for stopping by, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Everybody have a good night. God bless. I appreciate the time on the show, sir. You have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, I got you.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. All right, everybody. Yeah, that was my buddy. That was not my buddy. That's head coach Kirk Peterson. As you guys know, like it's just a small world. It's actually what's going on, everybody. I apologize, man. Having some technical difficulties. I've been having trouble with this computer all day. It does this sometimes, but it is what it is. Uh, I am not done, Cali Cowboy. I'm back. I'm back. I appreciate y'all for sticking it out with your boy. Yeah, smash them likes, man, because we about to get into the dirty about the Dallas Cowboys, man. We about to get into the dirty. All right. So look, Greg the Leg and Blake Jarwin both got cut today. The Blake Jarwin thing I kind of saw coming with the injury, but Greg the Leg, I didn't think they had it in them, dog. I really didn't. I thought the Cowboys, I thought they was gonna keep him around finally they did something right, man. Or yeah, I mean, because it gives us about $2.5 million a cap room. So good riddance, man. I mean, at the end of the day, too many missed extra points. My issue wasn't the field goals. It was the extra points at this point. And you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Greg the Leg had to go, man. He said Spectrum Internet stinks. Nah, it's the computer, man. It's definitely my computer because I'm still on the same internet with my phone. It's definitely something that was going on with it today. I don't know if it needs an update. Sometimes it does that. It's really PCs, to be honest with you. Um, I probably need to go ahead and get me a MacBook or something like that. But yeah, it's definitely the computer today, and it was giving me some trouble. But yeah, Greg the Leg is gone. Blake Jarwin is gone. As we talked about on Mark's channel, I think they're trying to make Semi into the role that Blake Jarwin was, which for the life of me, I just don't understand why they just don't go ahead and get a tight end or draft a tight end or really make that a focal point. I don't understand it. I can't understand it. I guess it's not for me to understand. Amari Cooper and D-Law. As the world turns, right? Like, just I it's hard for me to it's really hard for me to really capture what the hell is going on. I'm starting to believe that sources out there don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because 1 minute Amari Cooper is trash to the front office and they're talking bad about him and saying that he quitting. Next thing you know, they're trying to reconcile the relationship. That's coming from the same people. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, I don't know what to believe. I'm just gonna sit back and let everybody make a fool of themselves. And D-Law, last week they're asking him to take a pay cut. This week, they're asking him, or they're saying that he's gonna be here. And then apparently they're close to signing Gallup. They're close to signing Randy Gregory. I don't know what the hell is going on. There's just so many sources from so many different places. And I just think that that's by design. Hopefully, the right things happen. We just got to pay attention to the things that do happen. You pay attention not to words, but you pay attention to action. So they cut Greg Zuerlein. They cut Blake Jarwin. We restructured some money. We restructured Dak's contract. We restructured Zach Martin's contract. We franchised Dalton Schultz. So those are the only things that we really know right now. Other than that, everything else is just speculation and nobody knows what the hell they're talking about. It is what it is. Let me see some of the comments before I move on to the next. But let's see. By the way, Mark Hutchinson sent another super chat. I appreciate you for doing that earlier. And your shirt is on the way. I hope you got my email. But you won the drawing last week. And we're having a drawing again if anybody wants to enter with super chats, or you can feel free to donate to the channel through my Cash App. But I got a shirt right here. It's a DMV, white, black. So you can get that done. Or we have them for sale too as well. I'll post the link. To the info on how you can order a shirt. So if you come back to this video, I'll definitely have that there. But yeah, I have DMV shirts that's going up. And before I say anything else, guys, I'm going to Vegas for the draft this year. So, I definitely have some more studying to do when it comes to these prospects. But what I will do is I will give you guys a couple of names of guys that I really like that I feel like could fall to us at 24. I've been hearing stories of Karlaftis out of Purdue, the pass rusher. I really like him. I know that there are people out there who feels like he's a bust. I think that his numbers were very comparable to Bosa, I believe, at the combine. So, or maybe that was Aiden Hutchinson. He's another one, but I don't think he'll be where we are. Another guy that has popped up a couple times is Nakobe Dean. I've done a video on Nakobe Dean, so if you haven't checked out Nakobe Dean, go check him out. He's a linebacker from Georgia. Probably the best linebacker in this draft. Dude is an absolute animal. So go ahead, check out the video that I did. I know that Botch Lombardi has done a couple. Lola, appreciate the super chat, Lola. Coach P is not a Cowboy fan. Quite honestly, he might be a Commanders fan for all I know. I I don't know. Coach P really don't really talk too much about pro football. He's all about really high school football and college and getting the guys into college. So that's really, what I'm saying, that's really where his passion lies. Another guys that Kenyon Green, Kenyon Green, the guard out of I forget what school it is, because Mississippi State and Texas A&M are both burgundy, so it's blown. But I've watched tape on him. He's pretty good. He is very flexible. He plays a lot of different positions. So I believe he can play 4 positions on the line. He can play tackle. He can play both guards. And I like his athleticism. I like the way he finishes. Oh, appreciate you, Gina Thorne. You have entered it as well for a DMV shirt. So we got Lola. We got Gina. We got Mark. Mark might win him another shirt. Appreciate you. Somebody said boo Coach P. Hey, I love weed. It's hilarious. I appreciate you, Gina, for the super chat. Who else? We're talking about draft picks right now, right? We can talk about guys that. Oh, Soul Trill sent me. I know who that is. My guy, Chris. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for the cash app, man. You're entered in the drawing for the DMV shirt, man. Appreciate you big time, man. Um, yeah, Kenyon Green. We talked about him. He's a guy that can do a lot of combo blocking, can get to the second level. He finishes his blocks well. Has really good feet. I like his hand placement a lot. So, go check him out. Who else is there? I don't think the Sauce is going to be there. I did a video on Sauce Gardner not too long ago. He's not going to be there. He tested too well at the combine. He did too well. Um, he haven't given up a touchdown in all his time in college football. He's not going to be there. But Chris Olave, I think, and Chris Olave and Traylon Burks are receivers. So Chris Olave is out of Ohio State. He's probably not going to be there. He would have been there pre-combine, but my man ran too well at the combine, so I doubt that he's going to be there. But Traylon Burks is somebody who was considered higher than Chris. Now he's fallen a little bit, running the 4.5. And, if they decide to move on from Amari Cooper, receiver could definitely be a position that we're looking to draft there. So I would look out for Traylon Burks. And I know that Cowboys fan talk, my guy Rome, he's big on Traylon Burks, and he's hoping that he's at 24. I love Weed said they say Dean going to drop because of his size. I mean, I don't know. Personally, I hope he does drop, and I hope that he's at where we can pick him, because I personally want to go defense at 24, because I know that Dan Quinn isn't going to mess it up. Preferably in the front seven. But I do know that there's some really good corners in this draft. Kyer Elam out of Florida might be in striking range of 24. And, I know a lot of guys out there, or a lot of fans are out there like, well, why would we go corner there? You don't go corner just because it's like we got corners last year. These prospects out here this year in this class are really, really good. If you can run it, if Sauce falls at 24, you got to consider taking him there, because he's better than Boss Man Fats. You got to consider it because Anthony Brown is more than likely not going to be on this team. He's under contract, but cutting him saves $5 million. So you got to look at it that way. If he's sitting there, you got a player that's better than Anthony Brown right now that can help you. And let me see who else. A lot of guys like Penning. I know Penning is a guy who's a lineman. Botch talked about him on his show with Foots last night, where Penning, a lot of people, they have him at tackle, but his best position might be a natural guard. I don't think he has the athleticism to really deal with athletic outside rushers. But at guard, he's strong enough. He has really good hand placement. He has good initial contact. I think he could be a really good guard. in the league. And Linderbaum, another one, center. I did a video on Linderbaum not too long ago. And it's actually funny because when I did the video, people killed me because they were like, Linderbaum ain't making it to 24. But what I knew is that a center more than likely could fall just because of the position. And Linderbaum would definitely be an upgrade from Tyler Biadasz at that position. And I think that it's much needed. If we were going to see what I don't like about what the Cowboys did with pissing off Amari Cooper and really ruining that relationship is that you created another need because I mean, it was a slight need before because we just didn't have the bodies with all of the expiring contracts. But now with Amari Cooper, more than likely not being there, and then, Michael Gallup, if you sign him, you're going to miss him for half the year. You make receiver a need. And we're kind of like, I mean, you made that more of a need than really our offensive line. Because our offensive line we still have under contract. We have McGovern under contract. We still have Biadasz under contract. We still have Tyron Smith under contract technically. We still have Lyle Collins under contract technically, and Zach Martin's under contract who just restructured. So now you make receiver more of a need when we need to improve our offensive line. Offensively, like that's something that we need to improve. Appreciate you, Mark, with another super chat. My guy, Mark. That's 2 super chats for you, man. That's 2. Who would I like to see the Cowboys pick at 24? I personally would like to see. There's a couple guys. I would like Kenyon Green. I would like Nakobe Dean. If Karlaftis somehow falls to 24, I would like to get Karlaftis because I do think that edge is a need. I don't necessarily believe that we need to re-sign Randy Gregory. I was in that. I did believe that at first, but as I'm looking at this draft and I'm looking at some of these edge guys out there, I don't think that we necessarily need to bring Randy Gregory back. I think that we could replace him there. We could re-sign I think he's under contract, Dorrance Armstrong. If not, you can get Dorrance Armstrong for cheaper, and then you can bring in the edge, a solid edge, and then we're kind of replacing what Randy Gregory's production was, and that's how you kind of cut some of the money because you can't keep everybody. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep everybody. But yeah, let's get to some Q&A though, man. Let's get to some Q&A, some fan Q&A. I appreciate you guys, and I like to give you guys the platform to talk because, I mean, it's just a one-man show here right now, and quite frankly, it might look like it might seem like I'm comfortable, but I really don't like this whole having the show or being able to talk and show your face and all that type of stuff. It's still pretty new to me. Mark tells me all the time I got to do more videos, I got to talk more, and what I mean, all of that type of stuff. And I do have some good insight, and I like more than anything going back and forth with you guys. But it's more so the feedback from you guys that I like more so than really just talking and reporting news or talking about draft picks or this and that. So, are there any draft picks or prospects that you guys that while I'm in the Q&A that you guys would like me to look up? I already told you guys that the tackle from NC State is my favorite player in the whole draft. He probably won't be there, but the guy's an animal. And let's talk about Jordan Davis's damn combine. Oh my God, that combine was crazy. That dude is not going to be at 24. That dude is not going to be at 24. Like, I mean, I don't know how much he weighed. I know he was like 6'6". I think he's like 380, and the man ran a 4.78. That's nuts. Yo, no lie, I'm in shape right now. I'm in probably some of the best shape I've ever been in. And, I'm 35. I probably can't run a 4.78 right now. I'm lying. I probably can, but I'm just saying at 380 pounds, like, nah, that's ridiculous. That dude is ridiculous. If that dude makes it out of the top 15, Woof, man, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That right there was the surprise of the draft to me. Not somebody running a 4-2-3. The guy from Baylor ran a 4-2-3. But I mean, at the end of the day, nobody's gonna know who that Baylor kid is. But Jordan Davis, whew, that's ridiculous, man. For a D tackle, not only did he do that, not only did he put up a ridiculous combine, but he has the film behind it. And I was already like, whew, let's see. But he'll be back some bum team. He'll be picked by some bum teams, yeah. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Like it's just absolutely crazy that somebody that big can move like that and really has the tape to back it. It's actually crazy because I haven't been this high on the defensive lineman since Aaron Donald. Like at that time, Aaron Donald, Aaron Donald, I remember that draft was Aaron Donald and Zach Martin. Those were the two guys that I wanted. So when we got Zach Martin, that was probably the happiest that I've been of any of the draft picks we gotten, even over CD Lamb. CD Lamb, I really wasn't even that happy about CD Lamb. I just thought that teams were dumb and let him fall. But with Zach Martin, I knew that it wasn't a sexy pick to a lot of everybody because they're like, we got a damn tackle guard. I remember telling my homeboy, Zach Martin is the real deal. But I knew the other real deal was Aaron Donald. I knew Aaron Donald was going to be just as good as he is right now. And at this point, if you can get a guy like that, you need to go ahead and get him. I don't think he makes it out of the top 15. But Lola brings up a very good point. She says we need to protect Dak. And I agree with that. I agree with that because, quite frankly, I'm just going to say this. Y'all might get mad at me for saying it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It's not just about Dak when I say this. But Dak needs everything perfect for us to make this thing work. He needs everything perfect. Why does he need everything perfect? Because he doesn't have the support in the box. He doesn't have the support with the coaching that's going to help him. Obviously, the coaching needs everything perfect. And when I say the coaching, I mean Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore needs everything perfect in order for this to work. And in turn, that means Dak needs everything perfect. So in this, we need to protect him. We got to find a way to get that thing shirt up front with the front line. If we don't, Dak is just going to be throwing the ball in the dirt because there are going to be people in his lap all the time. And the thing about Dak is Dak really needs to be able to use his legs in order to throw. Dak doesn't really have elite arm strength. People don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. He doesn't have elite arm strength to where it's like he can flip the ball and he can go 50 yards, or he can flip the ball and he can get there. Dak needs to be able to step into his throws. He's kind of a body thrower. And how do I know that? Because when I was a quarterback coming up, that's what I was. I have arm strength, but it's the zip comes a lot better when it's coming through my whole body. Like if you look at Dak and you look at how he's made up, he has tree trunks for legs. That's where a lot of his power comes from. That's why when he had the leg injury, the calf injury, you didn't really see as much zip on the ball. Like if you go back and watch his early on in the year, Zach the zip on Dak's ball was, you know what I'm saying, immaculate. Towards the end of the year, it was kind of like, tailing off a little bit. Balls were sailing. Dak needs to be able to have people not around his feet. He doesn't need people all up in his lap. You know what I'm saying? We need a clean pocket. So if we got to build that line, I think the way to do that is to go on the interior, whether it be our center or our guard. So ideally, if you're asking me who's the perfect pick to help us there at 24, it's more than likely Kenyon Green, and he'll probably be there. We'll probably have a shot at him.
Lola says to me at half of the season he was in his head too much. I do think he was in his head. I do. And that's the part that pisses me off about that. It pisses me off that, like, in certain games, he was trying to do too much. Like, almost like for example, the Washington game, when he threw that pick six. That was a throw he shouldn't have made. He knew he shouldn't have made it. The throw against San Francisco, that 2nd and 28, when he threw that damn pick. That was a ball he should not have thrown. That was just a football he should not have thrown. It was a poor decision. And sometimes when Dak gets pressing, Dak can make those type of mistakes. Doesn't happen very often, but when he's pressing, you can tell. And when he's pressing, you know, a lot of the time we get away from running the football. We get away from some of the things that we want to be able to do, and somehow we get pass happy. I don't know if he's changing the plays to passes or not. I'm not in the meeting rooms or anything like that to say so, but it seems like when he's pressing, somehow we're throwing the ball a whole bunch, and we're not really helping him, trying to get him, you know, high percentage things that can kind of help him. We're like everything is just like a prove it, like a FU throw. You know what I'm saying? I love Weed said Tyler C from Iowa. Uh, yeah. I mean that. I, no, it's Tyler Linderbaum. Linderbaum is from Iowa. Tyler C. So the center, yeah. He's somebody who's also somebody that I think so too. He said I need to get some mods, man. Look, I'll definitely set it up the next time. We got 8 minutes, so I mean, it is what it is. The spam, if they in there getting it, man, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? But you're right though. If I'm getting to the point where it's spam and all of that type of stuff, and I got trolls, man, that means that I'm winning right now. And because I didn't have that at first, and because of you, you day ones out there, man. You guys. I appreciate all of you guys. Um, if Amari goes and not drafting a receiver, who be the number one receiver? Lamb. Yeah, Chris, it'll probably be Lamb. And to be honest with you, I think Lamb can definitely do it. A lot of people don't believe he can. I don't think that we're using him to his best ability. I think that he can play on the outside. I think that he can win jump balls. I don't think that he's relegated. He should be relegated to just being a slot receiver. I think we can do a lot of things with Lamb that we just don't do. If you go back to our training camp, he was the best player in the training camp. He could have been the MVP of the training camp. Trayvon Diggs, that we love so much, he was burning his ass up like toast. And they were going at it every day. He was tearing Trayvon Diggs' ass up. I know y'all remember it because he was all over the highlights tearing his ass up. So I know for a fact CeeDee Lamb can be our number one. Um, but it's up to Kellen and how the hell he really can get him the football. Because somebody said it before. I believe it was Lola. We need better play calling. I don't know if in a year Kellen's going to get better at that. I really don't, but that's what we got. So I guess that's what we stick with. The Reaper says, I rarely see slants or any quick, easy throws when Dak is pressing. It's always long passes that take 3 seconds to do. Yeah, exactly. Like we're always doing all these verticals. Like a lot of times, it always seems like when I go back and I watch it, like anytime we get in the third and long situations or situate, we're always doing verticals. Like, God, dog, bro, diagram some shit up and stop being lazy. Like, I just don't understand it. Is that what y'all did at Boise? Y'all just ran verticals all damn day? You don't have the line for that, bro. And your quarterback wasn't healthy enough for those long developing plays like that. And he didn't have the arm strength as the year went on because he just didn't have his full body. You know what I'm saying? So Lamb will be number one. We'll also have to learn how to catch. I mean, like I said, Jamar Chase, I told y'all this last week. Jamar Chase led the league in drops. Y'all gonna say Jamar Chase need to learn how to catch better. Justin Jefferson was up there too. And those are guys that we praise. I mean, when you're getting a lot of targets, I mean, you get drops as well. Sure, he can get better at it. I remember one year T.O. led the league in drops with us. We ended up getting rid of him, but I'm just saying, man. I mean, We got to stop doing that. Michael Gallup be dropping the damn ball too, and everybody wants to keep him. Dalton Schultz. Well, nah, y'all don't really want Dalton Schultz, so I'm not gonna bring that up. But I definitely believe CD can be a number one. I definitely believe that. I think that he had a hell of a year this year. He still missed. He missed some time. He still had. I think he had over 1,000. I think he had 1,100 yards. I think so. But I mean, CD is more than capable, and I think that we're not playing to his strengths as well, because I think that he's a guy that can a lot of yards after catch. We're doing a lot of slot things with him and verts and deep crossing routes and stuff like that, man. Man, get him the ball quick and let him make some guys miss too, man. Get him some targets. I think, part of one of his drops came from this stupid ass sun in our stadium. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, I think that he's only going to get better. I think CD had a hell of a year this year. I think that he'll be okay, man. If he's our number one, I'm hoping that we maybe draft another receiver, because I really think Amari's out of here. I think Amari's done. I think he should be done with how his name's been dragged. I really don't think there's no coming back from that. So, we ain't got no choice but CD to be our number one. He's just going to have to step up, and I think that he will. Because think about it this way, guys. Think about how Trayvon Diggs said this, and I remember he said prior to the year, he said, I had 13 drops as far as corner goes. I need to, catch those. Year later, he leads the league in interceptions, has the most interceptions, and it was a historical season. So I think CD knows what he needs to work on, and I think he'll be better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that he's the type of player that's going to be complacent with the year that he had last year. He's probably the type that believes that he could have done 10 times better than he did. And I think that he's going to come out, and I think that he's going to ball. You know what I'm saying? I love Weed said CD was forced to wear 88, not fair. Lola said CD should have never accepted the number 88. And I'm with both of y'all. For me, I would have rather him made his own name and not done the whole 88 thing. Second, I do think he was forced to do that dumbass shit that they like to do, this tradition. The tradition of what? You know what I'm saying? Like, the tradition, at some point, man, you got to cut it out. Like, some of the traditions that we have, they're just losing ass traditions. What has given 88 done since Michael Irvin? Has that won us anything? We gave it to Antonio Bryant. We gave it to Dez Bryant. Now we gave it to CD. What has it really done for us giving somebody 88? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, cut it out. You know what I'm saying? Cut it out. My boy Chris said Pollard gives Zeke a challenge for the starting role. I think if there was a year to do it, you could do it this year. Now, people will look at the salary and say, well, Zeke is making this amount of money. Well, Tony Pollard's going to be up for a contract year. And by cutting Zeke, you don't save any money. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? What is? I think they just have to figure out what to do, but I will tell you this though. Healthy ass Zeke in the beginning of the year looked real good. So torn PCL, Zeke not so much. If he can come back in shape, I really think that they probably should split their carries a little bit more. But Tony, let's talk about that, because none of y'all really want to talk about. Y'all want to talk about CD drops, but nobody really wants to talk about Tony and things that he can improve on. And he can improve on freaking blocking. If he really wants to really compete for that role and show that he's just superior, He just needs to get he needs to be not so light in the ass and sit his ass down and block some damn body. How about that? Everybody wants to start him, but we want to say CD ain't ready because he has drops. A big part of a running back role ain't just running the football, but it's being able to block. That's half the battle. You know what I'm saying? So let's not pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? Mark with another super chat. Appreciate you. Cooper was better than Dak was scrambling. And that's also because he was healthy. Understand something, guys. Dak came off of a freaking broken leg that he tried to put together on his own. Like it was like a damn action figure leg. It was just hanging. You know what I'm saying? He came back and he put together a really solid season. Am I gonna say Dak is the best quarterback in the league? No, he's not. But he put together a really solid campaign off of that traumatic injury. You know, a lot of us, we were hurt behind that injury. And I didn't believe that he could come back and make the stride that he did this year. So I'm really curious to see with an off season of not having a broke leg and being able to really strengthen it, how much better he can be. You know what I'm saying? And I think that he does have to add the running element to his game back again. You know, he definitely does, because that makes the RPO that much stronger, and it also helps us in the bootleg game or in the play action game. You know what I'm saying? Can we stop throwing Zeke passes? That's Pollard stuff. Well, that's your offensive coordinator, because they are more of the take what they give you, and the teams are just giving it to us, so we're taking it. Gina Thorne says, I was nervous that Dak would struggle too. I'm so glad he is good. Yeah, definitely. So I am going to do the raffle, and I got to do it a little different tonight because I don't have my hat again. But let me see, because I remember the people who put in for the raffle. So give me a second to figure it out. Because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to randomly pick a name. I'm going to close my eyes and point to a name. If I could ever get my computer to work again. But you guys can keep the questions going through while I'm trying to figure this out. Not only do I need a mod, but I need an assistant as well, guys. I need an assistant as well, as this thing is growing bigger and growing bigger. And, you know, also make sure you guys tune into the channel tomorrow too. Tomorrow and Sunday, because I'll be doing some content, because as, you know, Coach P was on here earlier, we're going to be doing a combine with some high school students. So that's a lot more of what I want to do. I want to, you know, incorporate my coaching into my channel. I want to incorporate fitness and all of that stuff into my channel. And, you know, you guys can see, not that I'm just talking Cowboys or, you know, I'm just talking X's and O's and stuff like that, but you guys can see that I actually live it, because a lot of people out there, they just think that I'm out here, you know, blowing hot air, or, you know, for the most part, like they don't understand like what it really takes to really coach. The time that you put in, the commitment, the planning, like people just don't understand it, or the patience, or really just the mentoring aspect of it. So I'm going to show that more. And so you guys, you know, pay attention to that when it comes out. I appreciate it. But let me see. So I know that I got my guy Chris. Mark put in, I believe Mark put in 3. Lola put in 1, and Gina put in 1. Hold on real fast. I got one. I got a random I got a random selection for y'all. Hold on real fast. Hey, Jay, come here real fast. I'm going to have my son pick who should win the t-shirt. He doesn't know anybody. That is my hat for the evening. I'm going to have my oldest son pick. Let's see. Do I think the Cowboys get it together? I think it's going to be a long year, to be honest with you. But there have been times where I thought it was going to be a long year and somehow we go for a trade or somebody steps up. Somebody steps up in the middle of the year and then we end up making the playoffs or something like that. Okay, so I got a couple names. This person's going to win the free t-shirt. So you pick. So we have Chris. We have Mark. We have Gina. We have Lola. And I think that's it. So pick a name. Hurry up and pick a name so your brother can stop crying. Okay, Chris, Gina, Lola, Mark. Those are the names.
I'll say Mark.
Okay. Well, Mark won last week. Yeah, we need somebody else. Okay. Somebody said I picked a baby. So look, my wife left me to go to a cheerleading competition with my daughter. So I got both boys, and the youngest is up there causing the storm right now. Okay. But you said Mark? Well, I got left here again. It is what it is, guys. I had no help. Here. So not only do I need a moderator. Well, wait. Not only do I need mods and assistants, but I need a babysitter as well. Can you get an interview with me one day? You're a new YouTuber? Yeah, definitely. Email me. Hold on, I'm gonna put my email. Email me here. So I got it on a ticker right here, dmvdallascowboys@gmail.com. Yeah. Email me there and we can set that up. Definitely. I'm okay with doing an interview. All right, man. I'm going to come up with a system because my kids didn't help me at all. That was probably the worst thing I could have done. But, since Mark won last week, I'm not going to go back to back with Mark, but I appreciate you, Mark, for tuning in and making it. So I'm going to randomly. So we have Chris, we have Lola, we have Gina, and I'm just going to randomly select. Gina Thorne, you have won a DMV shirt, so feel free. So please email me at dmvdallascowboys@gmail.com. So Gina Thorne, you are the winner of the DMV shirt. Gina Thorne, congratulations. I appreciate you. And Gina, you've always been a class act, so I appreciate you, and I'm glad that, I can send this to you. So feel free to email me at dmvdallascowboys@gmail.com. And you can get your free shirt. We have it in white and black. So I personally, Mark just ordered the black. So and Mark, when you get it, send me a picture, man. Send me a picture of you wearing it, and send me a picture of the shirt as well. That way, everybody can know I'm not out here scamming people or anything like that. Definitely. So congratulations, Gina. Email me, and I can send you out the form. And Sunday is when we're going to, when I'm going to send the orders out. Also, you guys can Appreciate you, Mark, for another super chat, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. Gina Thorne has won it. And you guys can also buy them too. So feel free to email me at dmvdallascowboys@gmail.com to get you a shirt as well. And I can send you the form for you to fill out, and we can, I believe that they go extra small is 25, small is 28, medium is 28, and then up is everything else is like $30 or something like that. You'll find out on the form how it's spelled out. But yeah, definitely, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm getting ready to head on out. I got these boys. They're still up. It's 11:11 tonight. My wife probably watching right now. She's gonna kill me that they up at 11 o'clock, but it is what it is because I had to, address everybody. We had the show must go on, right? All right, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Peace.